This is Chapter 12, 2 Time-Dilated Peaceful Centuries, Part 2, from a story called The Time-Dilated Generations, by Esteban Gallardo. As each new ship was constructed, the humanoid robots evolved, becoming more energy efficient, visually refined, and responsive. Advances were shared with previously launched ships, allowing them to upgrade their own units when resources permitted. The playing field for Emma's sport was not some enclosed room, but the vast central void of the generational ships, a massive space extending up to the fourth ring. It was a dynamic area, capable of being reconfigured with modular panels to create different layouts for different seasons of play. However, due to energy constraints, these layouts had to be manually deployed, a small price to pay for the versatility they provided. Yet, Emma had not imagined a single rigid game, but rather a flexible, competitive framework, a PvP team-based competition, inspired by the strategic depth of chess and the fast-paced action of early 21st century esports. It was a game designed to evolve, with each ship potentially introducing its own variations. However, there was one universal rule across all variations. Energy was the ultimate resource. Every match operated under a strict energy budget, emphasizing efficiency, precision, and strategic aggression. Each player was given a fixed energy reserve, stored in a personal battery. The only way to replenish energy was by executing a takedown, landing a precise touch on one of an opponent's vital zones. This single rule changed everything. Players could not afford to be passive. They had to chase, outmaneuver, and engage their opponents, ensuring the game remained a spectacle not just for the participants, but for the entire interstellar audience. Across the fleet, humans, separated by unfathomable distances, would watch, cheer, and experience the game together. And when a player was taken down, they wouldn't just see it, they would feel it, the pressure of another human's touch, even if it came through the synthetic skin of a robotic body light years away. For Emma, this was more than a game. It was a lifeline, a way to ensure that, no matter how many centuries passed, no matter how far apart the ships drifted into the void, humanity would always have a reason to reach out and touch one another. Emma's original vision for the game was both physically demanding and strategically intricate. It was designed for 2 teams of 10 players, each vying for victory through precise coordination, calculated aggression, and strict energy management. A match could end in 3 ways. 1. The team leader of one side was taken down, resulting in an instant loss. 2. A team ran out of energy, leaving them unable to continue. 3. Time expired, with the team that had conserved the most energy emerging victorious. Each team was composed of specialized roles, requiring a balance of speed, offense, defense, and deception. 3 runners, the fastest members of the team, equipped with specialized propulsion systems that allowed for rapid acceleration. Their agility made them ideal for flanking maneuvers and disrupting enemy formations. 2 shooters, mid-range specialists who could fire a concentrated laser pulse, consuming a portion of their energy. If a shot landed, the target would be temporarily frozen for 3 seconds, creating openings for teammates. 2 shields, defensive players who could generate an energy barrier to block incoming laser fire. The larger the barrier, the more energy it consumed, forcing careful strategic deployment. 1 sniper, a long-range specialist capable of delivering high-energy shots. Their attacks required significant energy investment, but, upon impact, could freeze an opponent for 10 seconds, a potential game-changer. 1 chameleon, a deception-based player who could alter their appearance once per match for up to 10 seconds, creating opportunities for ambushes or misdirection. 1 team leader, the brain of the team, unable to attack or defend directly. Instead, they used their energy to access an advanced tactical map, tracking teammates' positions and orchestrating strategies in real time. The game was more than just a contest of reflexes and endurance. It was a battle of minds, a test of strategy where victory depended on efficient energy management and teamwork. Every match was meticulously pre-planned by the spaceship's energy committees, ensuring that only a predetermined amount of accumulated energy could be allocated to the games. This allowed ships to schedule matches way ahead, ensuring sustainability while maintaining the integrity of the sport. While the Interstellar Major League was the pinnacle of competition, local variations of the game emerged aboard each generational ship. These local leagues had slightly modified rules, designed to use way less energy and adapt to resource limitations. Smaller arenas. Games were played in reduced playing fields, requiring more close-quarters combat and tactical maneuvering. Shorter matches. The duration of the matches was significantly reduced, ensuring that energy consumption remained within sustainable levels. Adjusted rules. Some specialized rules were simplified or omitted to accommodate local constraints. Over time, as had happened with sports on Earth, the best teams from the local leagues rose to the interstellar stage, earning the chance to compete in the Major League against teams from ships traveling across different sectors of the galaxy. Beyond competition, the game became something more, a lifeline for those born into the cold, unchanging corridors of their metal worlds. It offered excitement, purpose, and a shared connection across thousands of light years. The strategies were deep enough that teams could continuously surprise one another, keeping both players and audiences engaged. To maintain balance and innovation, rule changes and mechanics were introduced through democratic consensus, ensuring that the game remained fresh across generations. It was more than just a sport. It was a legacy, one that turned the endless void of space into an arena where humanity could still feel alive. Within the closed ecosystems of the generational ships, energy emerged as the most valuable resource, the lifeblood of civilization, determining not only survival but also prosperity. Consequently, energy became the cornerstone of the economic system aboard every vessel. However, this economy extended far beyond any single ship. It was interconnected across the entire fleet, despite the fact that energy itself could not be physically transferred between vessels. From the moment each ship launched, its total energy supply was fixed, a finite quantity meticulously calculated to sustain the journey for centuries. Every reactor, every system, every light that flickered in the corridors drew from this predetermined reservoir. There were no second chances, no external refueling stations waiting in the abyss of space. Yet, despite this restriction, a thriving interstellar economy emerged, one based on access rather than transfer. The key to the system lay in the humanoid robots, designed originally for sports and labor, but soon repurposed for something far more profound. Thanks to their sensory fidelity, designed to replicate the human experience, made them ideal for something else entirely: tourism. Over time, people began to rent access to humanoid robots on distant ships, allowing travelers to experience life on another vessel's world, not as a distant spectator, but as a fully embodied visitor. The concept was revolutionary. For the first time in human history, people could physically explore foreign cultures without ever leaving their own ship. The economic model was simple. People aboard one ship could pay others on a different ship with energy in exchange for temporary access to a humanoid body in their spaceships. The wealthier a person was, meaning the more energy they had, the more often they could travel to other ships and experience their unique environments. Once it became clear that cultural tourism would be a driving force of interstellar economy, each generational ship was given guidelines to develop its own local identity. Artists, architects, and storytellers were encouraged to create something uniquely beautiful, something that would make their ship a destination worth visiting. The goal was simple: to appeal to the innate human desire to explore, to see new worlds, to step into another's shoes, even if only for a fleeting moment. Much like on Earth in the 20th and 21st centuries, people saved their earnings for the chance to travel, eager to experience the wonders of other worlds, even if those worlds were simply different ships, each moving through the void on its own lonely course. And so, a new era of tourism was born, not across planets, but across the stars. Aboard these vast, self-sustaining arcs, humanity found a way to turn the cold isolation of interstellar travel into something beautiful, connected, and endlessly enriching. Even as they drifted toward different destinations, separated by light years, they remained bound together by the shared pursuit of discovery. As the centuries passed, culture did not remain confined within individual ships. It flourished across the entire fleet. While its generational spaceships developed its own local customs, traditions, and artistic movements, a shared global culture also took root, strengthened by the instant interconnectivity of the time-dilated network. Creativity became a universal currency, and people were incentivized to create things that could be enjoyed across all ships. The reward for contributing to global culture? Energy credits that granted access to humanoid robots on other vessels, allowing artists and entertainers to visit, perform, and interact physically in foreign worlds. The more successful a cultural production, a movie, book, song, or game, the more time its creator earned to explore and experience life aboard other ships. This catalyzed an explosion of interstellar entertainment, a vibrant tapestry of creativity that transcended the boundaries of individual ships and united humanity across the cosmos. Films and series chronicled epic sagas that spanned the generations of travelers, capturing the essence of their journeys and the indomitable spirit of exploration. Music, too, evolved uniquely aboard each vessel, yet found a universal audience. Cross-ship collaborations gave birth to unprecedented genres, harmonies that had never before resonated throughout the void. Literature and storytelling flourished, transcending isolated communities to weave narratives that echoed across all of humanity. These tales, both poignant and triumphant, became the shared mythology of a species adrift among the stars. Video games emerged as a dominant form of entertainment, with intricate virtual worlds constructed to bridge the vast expanse of space. These digital realms offered solace, adventure, and a sense of unity, binding people together despite the endless gulf that separated them. Even the influencers, a concept that had long shaped digital culture, found renewed relevance in this interconnected, interstellar society. They became the voices of an era, chronicling the experiences and aspirations of a humanity that drifted between the stars, their worlds and images a beacon of shared identity in the cosmic night. Yet, as culture flourished, so too did social stratification. That was part 2 of Chapter 12, 2 Time-Dilated Peaceful Centuries, from a story called The Time-Dilated Generations, by Esteban Gallardo. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope to see you again next time.